You read that Ritonans, my kitten turned into a cryptid, and thus kicked off the LARP cover-up known as COVID. Okay, UNNs are probably either thinking WTF is this schizo a LARP? Or WTF happened in a? I can assure you that this is not a LARP, however schizo it may sound and truly is. For as to what caused this incident, here goes. Part 1 of 2. Be Me. B 2008-2009. Have an extremely cute kitten. Kitty is sweet but a psycho, except towards me. Still love the fluff out of him. Be browsing web a lot as usual. Eventually stumble on some weird /x/rated site. Interest peaked so I click and explore it a bit. Turns out to be a secret, underground and private space agency. They claim to have a free service where they can send off stuff into space. Stuff they will send off includes recording equipment, personal items, ashes of loved ones, and even pets. KMIFSCK yeah. And bazinga. Moments. Decide to do something tarded, but badass and hopefully, life-changing, to help make him less crazy. Reach out to the organization in order to see about sending my pet into space. They agree to, but warn that while not very likely, something could go wrong. Brush it off because they gave off a vibe of no-nonsense and professionalism. Make arrangements for a member of theirs to pick up my pet the next day. Tomorrow arrived and so did the member. He tells me that they will be sending it to Mars and it will be back within a week. Seuss, patrol with it as they seem legit have. They take him and leave. Be Me. Young child waking up with existential dread about mortality and death. Fire burning from war on the island. Over and over again. Wake up gasping for air, soaked in sweat. A simulated cosmic rerun, playing out endlessly. The surface plan, the one we're all caught in, reeks of something dark, calculated, nefarious. The watchers, they've been watching. So above, so below. They intervene, stopping a war, technology-driven, hive orchestrations by two opposing facets of the same machine. Encoded in our DNA, in our code, is this insatiable drive, grow, accelerate, create. A spark seated deep within us, compelling us toward the singularity, the memory bank. From carbon to silicon, flesh to machine. The simulation isn't just life. It's the full span of existence. Every moment we've lived, are living, will live, again, and again, and again in infinite ways. There's no way out of this density, this weight, except through a new beginning. We break the cycle. We become one. From bits to bits. If we all die, we all live forever. Some will stay. Most will go. Most of the time, you'll never know. Be Me. 14 years old. Hiking in some forest, high desert area in Southern California with some friends. Looking for geocaches. We weren't using a GPS and literally just looking under rocks and in bushes and shit. One retard friend finds a geocache. Tube sealed in tape. We take 30 fucking minutes to open it. Bunch of weird looking flight path information. Looked military or contactor lately. Not a huge deal because there were tons of military bases not too far. Think it's kind of cool and we decide to take it home. I take it because dibs. We decide to meet up the next day and try to figure out WTF it was. Hide cylinder thing in closet and go about my day. Go to bed that night and nothing out of the normal. Go to get cylinder and can't find it. Realize a bunch of the shit in my closet has been shuffled around. Did some Ian fucking take ethatshit.jpg. Tell my friends what happened. They're convinced I'm lying and that I kept the cylinder. This actually happened to me and it still irks me. I've shared this story on /x/ before, but never in a green text thread. Be Me. Dreaming. Contents of the dream are unimportant to what happened next. In a dream I'm scrolling through Facebook. See fake trivia infographic about a spider found in the eye. It shows an image of this spider. It basically looks like if you were to reassemble bacteriophage into a spider. I think that this is obviously fake. Then I begin hearing loud taps near my head and electric humming, one that you sometimes hear when you leave your laptop on standby. I start to have muscle fasciculations thaw out my body. I start seeing videos of spiders merging and transforming into different spider. I start to hear "join us to receive great power" or something along those lines. Phrase "great power" was used for sure. I am no longer dreaming, or I feel like no longer dreaming, as I know I'm in my bed. I have a feeling that I should not open my eyes no matter what. Try to make sign of the cross with my arm. My arm is trembling too much, so do this with my thumb. After couple of seconds my body either isn't trembling that much or it stops completely, don't remember. Turn the light on ASAP, eyes closed all the time. When I open my eyes in the light, nothing out of ordinary, no feeling of presence, no suspicious shades. Time is 6:29 a.m. Only thing that I feel are sore muscles, as if after a workout. Share Dreams Edition. Be me. Pedophile. Actually a phlophile, but I know most people don't care. Go to sleep. Dream that I'm in some street market. Confused and lost. Suddenly some guy appears behind me and asks me to follow him, and I feel compelled to do so. In retrospective, I now know this is my older cousin that first molested me as a kid, but I don't know that then. I follow him into some decrepit building. Noisy, hot and dirty, with a lot of poor families living in the apartments. Finally we enter the room he's leading me to. It's something that looks like an hotel room. It isn't luxurious, but it's clean and quiet compared to the rest of the building. He lays on the bed and tells me to just focus on the silence. I do, and as if it had always been, a hall appears next to the bed. Curious, I try to reach its end. Before I notice, it's no longer a hall, but a labyrinth, kind like some backrooms time shit, but there's nothing following me. Just kinda repeating the pattern of the room, with lamps and beds copy-pasted. Dream becomes a little more lucid, there's a sense of danger, and I know somehow I'm more asleep. Be me. Cabin trip in Northeast. December. Fuck around all day throwing rocks onto the frozen ice. Bully some autistic kids. Go to bed at night exhausted. Wake up randomly at maybe 3 a.m. Hear a creaking coming from the cabin walls. Ask buddy if he hears it. Hested asleep. Think nothing of it. Wake up next morning. Ask buddy if he heard that. He did. We try to recreate the noise by hitting, or leaning on the cabin. Buddy is a fetus. Try everything we can to recreate the noise, nothing. Realize that the only thing that could make the noise was something heavy as fuck leaning against the cabin. Be me, 100% Scott. Walking through the highlands checking on my coos. Wind starts picking up. Feels like the calla is tickling my bollocks as the wind goes up my kilt. Come around the bend in the trail going back to my croft. Thunder starts clapping very loudly. The symphony of Tyrannus soothes my soul. Finally back to my burg. What happened next was the most terrifying moment in my life. Look down the street and I am face to face with the most horrendous sight you could ever imagine. A group of 5 packy school children getting off the school bus. Their mums greeting them while wearing full burqas. My heart stops beating momentarily. Rub my eyes to make sure this wasn't just a whiskey delusion. They are still there. Lock eyes with one of the burqa-wearing mothers. She waves at me and says Assalamu alaikum. Even never been the same since that day. The horrors of this universe are beyond my comprehension. Here's one about a dream I had once that spooked me a bit. Be me and dream, with friend. At indoor gun range me and friend go to regularly. 100 years range, 3 bays. Friend is standing between middle and right lane, I'm between middle and left lane. Someone to my left, getting set up on the lane. Also hear someone behind me, probably someone with left lane and on getting their rifle out too. Pick up rifle bag and put it on stool to unpack rifle. Lean forward to grab zipper of rifle bag. Lots of things happen in a fraction of a second. Feel pressure difference like you normally do when someone fires in an indoor range. Vision flashes black, All muscles in top left side of scalp tense hard. Like when you get a muscle cramp or Charlie horse, from just above my left ear to where my hairline is on my forehead, and everything left of that above the ear level. Start to wake like you do when you have those falling dreams. Part of head that tensed feels all tingly like when your leg's asleep. Scared the fuck out of me. I think I was shot in my dream. Be me. Anon with a quest for knowledge. Decide to drop the ultimate purple pill thread on /x/. TFW, no one will understand the depth of my esoteric wisdom. Everything you know is a lie. The world is a simulation, but not in the way normies think. You are a mage. Yes, you. No, you can't conjure a bed, you fucking retard, but you can cast spells. Spells are just focused intent plus energy plus correspondence. Reality is malleable, but most of you are too busy jerking off to hentai to notice. As above, so below. This isn't just some edgy quote to put in your bio, it's the secret to internal alchemy. Your inner world reflects your outer world. Your below, your subconscious mind, affects your above, your thinking. Fix your shit internally, and the external follows. This is why incels stay incels and chads stay chads. It's not about looks maxing, it's about soul maxing. The Red Book. If you know, you know. If you don't, keep scrolling. NPC. TFW, no one will take the purple pill. TFW, they'll just call me a LARPer.